Ever wondered what causes sunburn? It's a question we've all asked ourselves at some point. The sun, our life-giving force, is a paradox in itself. It's vital for our existence, but it can also be a source of harm. Today, we'll explore the intriguing topic of sunburn, a common yet complex reaction our skin has to the sun's rays. We'll unravel the science behind it, its effects, and how we can protect ourselves. Let's dive into the mystery of sunburn and how it affects our skin. Sunburn is a result of overexposure to the sun's ultraviolet UV radiation. Now let's unpack this a bit. Ultraviolet radiation is a part of the sun's rays that reaches the Earth's surface. It's invisible to the naked eye, but its effects are far from unseen. There are 3 types of UV radiation: UVA, UVB, and UVC. Each of these has different wavelengths and energy levels, which determine how they interact with our skin. UVA has the longest wavelength and makes up the majority of the sun's UV radiation. It penetrates deeper into the skin, contributing to premature aging and, over time, skin cancer. UVB has a shorter wavelength and is primarily responsible for sunburn. It's most intense between 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon, particularly during the summer months. UVB radiation is also a key player in the development of skin cancer. Lastly, there's UVC, the most dangerous of the 3. Fortunately for us, UVC is absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere and doesn't reach the ground. Now, how does UV radiation, particularly UVB, cause sunburn? When our skin is exposed to UVB, it responds by increasing the production of melanin, the pigment that gives our skin its color. This is our body's way of trying to protect the skin from damage. However, this process takes time, and if the skin is exposed to too much UVB too quickly, it can't produce enough melanin to prevent damage. As a result, the skin cells become damaged, leading to inflammation and the red, painful condition we know as sunburn. While a sunburn may seem like just a temporary discomfort, it's a clear sign that your skin cells have been damaged by UV radiation. Repeated sunburns can lead to long-term skin damage and increase the risk of skin cancer. So the sun's UV radiation, particularly UVB, is the culprit behind sunburn. But remember, not all sun exposure is harmful. The sun also helps our bodies produce vitamin D, which is essential for our health. The key is to enjoy the sun responsibly and protect our skin from overexposure. So the sun's UV radiation, particularly UVB, is the culprit behind sunburn. When UV radiation hits our skin, it triggers a series of events. Let's dive into this a little deeper, shall we? First off, the sun emits ultraviolet B radiation, or UVB for short. This type of radiation is notorious for its ability to directly damage our skin's DNA. The DNA, which is essentially the instruction manual for our cells, becomes warped and distorted under the onslaught of UVB rays. These distortions, known as dimers, cause the DNA to lose its normal structure, impairing its ability to function correctly. Now, our bodies are pretty clever. When these dimers form, the body recognizes that something isn't right and immediately launches a repair mission. Specialized enzymes are dispatched to the site of the damage, where they work tirelessly to restore the DNA to its normal structure. While this repair process is underway, the skin launches an inflammatory response. This is basically the body's version of a red alert. The blood vessels in the skin dilate, increasing blood flow to the affected area. This is why sunburned skin often appears red and feels warm to the touch. Along with the increased blood flow, the body also sends a flood of white blood cells to the scene. These cells work like a cleanup crew, removing damaged cells and helping to repair the tissue. This process can lead to swelling and tenderness, 2 more classic signs of sunburn. Pain is another common symptom of sunburn. This is caused by the release of chemicals like prostaglandins, which amplify the body's pain response. It's the body's way of saying, hey, something's not right here. Better avoid the sun for a while. The discomfort and unsightly appearance of sunburn are enough to put a damper on any beach day. But remember, this is more than just a superficial issue. The skin's inflammatory response is a sign that the body is working hard to repair damage to its DNA, damage that could potentially lead to skin cancer if left unchecked. This inflammatory response is the body's way of repairing the damage, but it's also what we know as sunburn. So the next time you're out in the sun, remember your skin is working hard to protect you. Treat it kindly. Repeated sunburns can have long-term effects on the skin. It's not just about the immediate discomfort, redness, or peeling. The damage goes deeper and creates a ripple effect that can last a lifetime. Let's talk about premature aging. You know those fine lines and wrinkles we all dread as we get older? Well, repeated sunburns can speed up that process. The ultraviolet rays from the sun cause the skin to lose its elasticity over time, leading to sagging and wrinkling way before your time. This is often referred to as photoaging. Then, there's skin discoloration. Ever notice those dark spots or uneven skin tone in some people who've spent a lot of time in the sun? That's another long-term effect of sunburn. It's called hyperpigmentation, and it's caused by the overproduction of melanin, the pigment that gives color to your skin as a response to sun damage. But perhaps the most concerning long-term effect of sunburn is the increased risk of skin cancer. Sunburns, especially severe ones or those that occur in childhood, can significantly increase the risk of developing skin cancers later in life, including melanoma, the most dangerous type. Now, this doesn't mean that every sunburn will lead to skin cancer, but it's like playing Russian roulette with your skin health. Every sunburn increases your risk, and the effects are cumulative. The more you burn, the higher your risk. So while a sunburn might seem like a temporary inconvenience, it's important to remember that the effects can be far more lasting. It's not just about enduring a few days of discomfort, it's about protecting your skin from long-term damage. Therefore, prevention of sunburn is crucial to maintaining healthy skin and reducing the risk of skin cancer. It's about being sun-smart and taking steps to protect your skin every day, not just during the summer or on sunny days. Because when it comes to the sun in your skin, it's better to be safe than sorry. Preventing sunburn is easier than you might think. You see, it all comes down to understanding how to protect your skin from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays. And guess what? It's not as complicated as it sounds. Firstly, let's talk about sunscreen. Think of it as your skin's best friend when it comes to sun protection. You'll want to choose a sunscreen with a sun protection factor, or SPF, of at least 30. This magical lotion works by absorbing, reflecting, or scattering sunlight, thereby reducing the amount of harmful UV radiation that reaches your skin. But remember, it's not a one-and-done deal. You'll need to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours or immediately after swimming or sweating. Next up, your wardrobe. Yes, your clothing choices can help protect you from sunburn. When possible, opt for long-sleeved shirts, long pants, or skirts. Darker colors and tightly woven fabrics offer more protection than lighter ones. And don't forget your hat. A wide-brimmed hat can provide shade for your face, ears, and the back of your neck. Sunglasses are another essential item. They do more than make you look cool. They protect your eyes from harmful UV rays that can cause cataracts and other eye conditions. When choosing sunglasses, go for a pair that blocks out 99 to 100% of both UVA and UVB rays. Lastly, be mindful of the time of day. The sun's rays are most intense between 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. If you can, try to avoid direct sunlight during these hours. Seeking shade under a tree, umbrella, or other shelter can significantly reduce your risk of sunburn. By taking these simple steps, you can enjoy the sun while keeping your skin safe. So, go out there, have fun, but remember, sun protection is a must, no matter the season or the weather. Let's quickly recap what we've learned about sunburn. From the get-go, we asked if the sun is our friend or foe, and we found that it's a bit of both. It gives us warmth and energy, but too much exposure can be harmful. This brings us to our next point, the role of ultraviolet radiation. We dug into how the sun emits UV radiation, which is invisible to the naked eye, but can cause significant damage to our skin. This radiation is what leads to sunburn, triggering our skin's defense mechanisms. Next, we explored the skin's reaction to sunburn. When UV radiation damages the skin, it responds by becoming inflamed, red, and painful. It's the body's way of telling us that it's been hurt and needs time to repair. Then, we discussed the long-term effects of sunburn. Repeated exposure to UV radiation and frequent sunburns can lead to premature aging and increase the risk of skin cancer. It's a sobering reminder of why we need to protect our skin from too much sun. Finally, we emphasized the importance of preventing sunburn. Using sunscreen, wearing protective clothing, and seeking shade are all effective ways to shield our skin from harmful UV rays. Remember, the sun is essential for life, but like all good things, it's best enjoyed in moderation. Protect your skin, and it will thank you.